And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of DeceasedCraft. And today, we are back in the residential area, and what we are going to do is loot some of this vertical tower. It is a tier 2 district, and this time we will be running it with our football gear that we made last episode. Only thing is, I did add some thermal resistance. I don't know why that dude's exploding on his own, but we'll let him do him. But the thermal that I did make was this rare thermal coat, and it was from the rare warming coats that we did get from looting this area. So just to reiterate, we do have rare thermal on, which is definitely going to help us stay warm in this colder area, especially now that it is snowing or it is winter. It does make it a little bit colder, so this does help slightly. Some things I did offline was basically just unload. Okay, dude. Some things I did offline was just unload all our stuff and then make a couple medkits with all of our new materials, which came out to a pretty hefty sum. I'll show you guys right now, as well as switch our club to the baseball bat, just because it is part of the football gear. Any bat is part of the football gear, and when you do hold it in hand, you get the additional 50% melee damage, which is phenomenal, just because with sharpness 3 on this bat and its base damage at roughly 11, we are now at 13, but with the bonus you could roughly say we are about 19 damage. I think that's like a comfortable number to say. And I did come over here with an extra backpack, and I kind of forgot to put the other stack upgrade in the other backpack, so let's actually just toss it here. I forgot to put this stuff away, but that doesn't matter. We do have plenty of room in all our shulkers, so yeah, let's see all we can do in this time frame. Just a quick check, we are 9 days away from the horde, and I kind of just want to go over this building, and then I believe next episode we'll dive into the tier 3 districts. I am thinking we'll go to the area that has the new casino that we saw in the trailer. But yeah, the reason why I want to do that is just... Okay, looks like we got a dude down here. Let's take care of him, since he doesn't see us. Oh, out of ammo. I'm a little redacted. Okay, dude. Where'd you move? Tell me, you guys got him? Nope, but I did. But yeah, what was I saying? Something tier 3. We want to go over there. Reason that area does have assault rifles, and I think it'll be nice to start using said assault rifles, just because they do a little bit more damage and can be pretty nice. Honestly, I like customizing those guns, and if we are able to make them, that would be really nice. But yeah, what was I going to show you guys? Oh, the medkits. So using all the supplies that we just gathered from hitting the hospital over there, we did make quite a few medkits. So I do have 4 stacks, the 63, and then in the crafting terminal I think I left maybe another stack. So yeah, without hitting the actual hospital that's in the tier 3 area, that's definitely gonna give us an insane amount of medkits itself. We are really stacked, so I don't think we will have any issues in the near future when it comes to how many resources we have available. Okay, there we go. Let's see, anything useful? I mean, there's hoppers, which hoppers are nice, but since we have so much iron just from hitting tier 2 areas and raiding, basically from everything else, we don't really need that. I don't really care about this stuff. So we'll leave that behind. This is all basically the same thing, and there's actually a little area over there. Whoops, didn't mean to blow that up, but yeah, there's an actual area back here that we can actually get into, and then this will just be the staircase leading upwards. So let's come over here. Let's see, you are just a staircase, but there's something this way. Kind of forgot that our torches kind of don't work. What happened to my lantern? I thought my lantern stayed lit through all this, but I guess I could be wrong. Huh. Lantern? Interesting. I guess not. But yeah, this room doesn't have anything. However, let's come over this way. Pretty sure there was something right here. Oh, nope, just trash room. But what did that door lead to? Oh, whoops. Boom. Yeah, I saw this. I was curious. Ah, this is the room that I was looking for. Yeah. Got a little bit of stuff over here, nothing too fancy. Let's break down this reinforced door and see if there's anything behind it. Where did you guys come from? I don't get it. I really don't understand. Boom. If you ever wanted a shotgun, this is your spot. So let's toss this up here. Don't really care about that. And see if we could get a couple more shoddy bullets. Nope. Here we go. Is this the same one? Nope. Different shotgun. Completely different one. Wait, which one does the most? 3x10, 3x10, 4x9. Technically, that does more damage. We'll grab a couple of these. And let's see. You guys are relatively empty. I guess I'll take this. I kind of don't want to overfill the inventory just because we will be getting a ton, and when I say a ton, I literally mean a ton of material in this place. But I'm not going to rate the whole thing. I will just go over a couple just so that I don't bore you guys to death. So yeah, we'll see how long this episode gets. Okay, here. Got a couple of these. Nah. Up here. Yeah, I'm just taking all the rods. It's just a little more convenient. So I won't have to craft them. Okay, so we'll do this. And I guess we could have a shotgun on hand. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, nice. Holds 6 bullets. Does about 36 damage per shot. And yeah, as you see, there's these doors that have a little warning on them, the warning seal doors. Highly recommend opening some of them up, just because you will usually find immersive engineering items. As for how many of what is unspecified, and it is random, so you will not find encased fans in every single one. But I mean, it's kind of worth it just because you might get an occasional generator, radiator, and or thermoelectric generator, which is all very solid items. Let's see, was there an area over here? I don't remember. Oh no, this was the stairs to go up. And I guess we'll just be boring and take the normal stairs that are over here. Yes. Oop. That's probably a slight concern, the amount of food I brought. Oh well. Okay. Let's head up and see what there is. Okay. Get rid of him. This is just a base floor. Okay. Boom. This is... Okay. We don't like you at all. Sweet. Okay, kind of forgot those things needed to explode before we deal with him. Okay, do that. Yes, a little spawner up here, and then I believe the rest of them that do show will actually be visible, so you don't really have to keep worrying about opening up each one of these to find it. But yeah, this area should have a wee bit of enchantments. I mean, this whole school will have enchantments all throughout. It's just this area. Usually find sneaky and that other one that I just saw. I don't remember. I don't really care. Just wanted to double check if this is where we could find the unbreaking stuff. Because I know you could get unbreaking 2 and sharp 2 pretty free. So it looks like mainly the swift sneak is found over here. So if you want to be able to shift and move as if you are walking normally, this is your area. And perfect. You got crystal heart. That's super nice. Okay, we'll head on to the next floor. So what this heart does is it does add 10 max health. So if we were to equip this right here, which is perfect since this guy doesn't really light up the area for us. If we take a quick look, we are now at 60 health, which is really nice just because, I mean, the more health, the harder it is to die. I mean, that's kind of basic, but I mean, it is kind of worth it. And then if you want anything to do with refined storage, usually these little office areas or meeting areas usually has quite a bit of things. So I do believe this is using the new refined storage or refined storage 2 update. So the stuff you could find here should be relatively nice. As you can see, more accumulators here. Yeah, just mine into that room whenever you do get to the next floor, and then you should be able to find stuff. So here, if we're to mine in, let's see if it changes. Nope, it is the same, but occasionally it does change, so keep an eye out for that. This floor... Okay, cool. Got him in 2 shots. I thought I needed a third. Okay, this floor has nothing, so head on up. This one, if you need create fluid tanks, fluid pipes, and or valves, this area is a pretty sweet spot. I don't think we need any of that, so we'll ignore that. Okay, I whiffed that pretty hard. Sweet, got you. Okay, don't want to deal with any bombers. And we'll take you out. That's the one downside to using the baseball bat. You guys kind of can't see if I'm holding it because it negates all the lighting effects, and I do have shaders off, which usually helps brighten it up a little bit, but I kind of don't want it just because it does get a little bit in the way of things. Let's see, this, well, don't really care about that. Respiration, I guess I could take it. We don't really need potion stuff much anymore, but these medkits I will definitely take. Ooh, this one's actually a pretty good one to put on, because this one gives you 150% movement speed, or swim speed, which is super nice. Take some of those. And then, of course, there's these, which allows you to walk on fluids when you're sprinting, which can be pretty nice, but you know what? Sure, I guess I'll take them. And let's put them right here. Sweet. Toss these up there. And let's keep going. Oh yeah. I mean, we are pretty fast. Over here, we do have... Whoops, this is attack speed. But yeah, our attack speed is officially completely maxed out. And if we go over here to athlete, our running has been completely maxed out, which, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. So that's 10 movement speed. Then that's 12. And let's say that's another 3, 15, 25% movement speed is what we are getting just from the skill tree. This is slowness 2, so that's negative. 20% movement speed, so if you're wondering why I'm carrying a backpack and able to run relatively fast, that is the reason why. We already have a good amount of movement speed. Ooh, what's this? Nice. Sponge. I don't know why. Oh, I guess for temperature wise, but yeah, that movement speed is technically negated by our current movement speed. Not to mention, just wearing the armor by itself gives us 30% movement speed, so technically we are at 35% movement speed with the debuff. But yeah, highly recommend doing that if, or getting as much movement speed and maxing it out as soon as possible, just so that you can run around and carry multiple backpacks. Definitely does help when you are looting a structure as big as this. So let's grab a couple more of these, and then I guess I'll head on to the next floor. And then one of the best ways to stack many different types of like enchantment books or upgrade parts is just have a stack upgrade, because then you can just do. And you know what? Since we have this one over here, might as well throw it on our backpack and see how many books and parts we can truly stack. Over here, I believe this is all the same thing. Yep. And goodbye. Cool. No more. What about you? Sure. And perfect. Look at all those medkits. Then we come over here, toss this all up there, and keep on going to the next floor. As long as the floor doesn't repeat, we will loot it together, just so that you guys can see what loot you can get from said floor. This one's another rare type. I don't think this has anything really good in it. Well, you can always just go ahead and check. I mean, if you're low on medkits, I guess hitting the restroom's nice. Okay. I know there's something on that side. Nope, I'm just redacted. Ooh, hello there. Goodbye. Alright. Okay. I believe this is the auditorium. Yes. How I said, I did come here before, just to get the refined storage stuff. Yeah, as you can see, this was the auditorium floor. And if you went all the way around, you would find the dressing room back there. However, there's not really much in the dressing room. That's why I kind of just negated it. But if you come over here and you wanted some extra refined storage stuff, this place does provide some disk drives, manipulators, the crafting monitors, and these machine casing, which I'll take a few, just because these will be useful. This drive, I mean, sure, I doubt we are going to get to the level where we actually require that many. And yeah, I'll leave that. Then when we open these up, we get some redstone links, which I will most likely utilize in our gameplay. Let's see, data links. I never really utilized the storage system or tried it from create, so I don't know how that truly works. I'll take this, and we'll take these, I guess. I don't know. I said with create, when it comes to making certain things, I am very knowledgeable. However, there's quite a bit of stuff that will trip me up, so don't want to say I'm 100%, but I am pretty good at it. And let's head to the next floor, because this is basically all that was relatively useful for this one. Okay, that dog kind of scared me for a moment. Let's see. Oh, this one's actually open. As you can see, it does switch up. Oh, and we get a spawner right there. Let's destroy this, and 2 to the dome. Yeah, see, some casings, some more accumulators. And it switched up. Nothing too crazy, but something. Let's get up here. Okay, not cool. Boom. Those guys have been taken care of. Let's see. I don't think this one had anything truly useful. I know there's rings because there's vending machines in the back. But like I said, I don't want to stay here too long. Now this floor is the floor that, oh crap, that you are going to want to loot. So let's take care of you. And you were running, so let's do that. There are many spawners over here, and that is because there is a ton of resources to acquire. So let's get these 4 disabled on this side, and then we'll run around and disable all the other ones. That's another one, and where are you? There you are. Boom. Okay, let's take care of these guys real quick. Come on, don't hide, don't be shy. Boom. Okay. And then we'll do this, and then open this one up. Okay. Yep, there it is. Grab you. Sweet. Sweet. Okay. Did not hear that, dude. Won't get all crazy. Okay. Okay, that's where you are. Did I just... That is so redacted. I don't know if you guys saw that. He was at such a weird angle that it wasn't really hidden. Ah, okay, yeah. Let's not talk about that. Forget that happened. Yeah, this is another little storage area. So with that, let's head on over and continue disabling everything, and then we'll actually go through all the loot. Just so that we don't have to deal with too many zombies. Okay, here's another one. Okay, let's take you out. Boom, and done. I guess we could start just because there's some over there, but I don't want to keep running in circles. But yeah, this one does have a little steel door back here, and then you can find even more items related to refined storage, which is really nice because you usually always get a 16k storage block. So if you don't have the available resources to make the storage house from earlier, you can just run over here and basically snag a full working system. So once you grab that, I mean, as you can see, there's tons of disk drives. I don't really think I need them. However, I will leave them here just because then I'll know that there's extras. Like I said, I already grabbed one. I still have one completely empty. And if I'm using certain things to store stuff, I would most likely use 16s to 64s. So then just that alone usually stores a huge majority of items I need, and I don't see myself needing more than that in the near future. Let's get rid of that. Over here you get some more redstone links if you are a huge Create fan and like automating building. Yeah, it is super nice. Another basic armor component, so instead of buying one, you can just loot one from the area back here, which is super nice. Let's see. Display links, don't really need those. Okay, is this just die and random loot? Yep, seems like it. That's just straight into the auditorium. And I guess all that's left is this little medical area. And then once this is cleared out, we can actually hit the 2 storage rooms, which is crazy. Okay, so let's put a torch here. I knew it. There had to be one more dude just chilling somewhere to ruin our day. Okay, where is this dude? Okay, got him. Let's run over here real quick. What the hell? Okay. Like, those guys just are unnecessarily retarded. Like, what do you mean he launched a little thing that went and curved all the way, basically, and followed us? That's kind of insane if you ask me. I never really understood that. But yeah, let's grab all the stuff here. Basically, for me, it's grabbing basically the warming coats. If I do need more medkits, I will most likely just buy them, just because of the sheer amount we get, and not to mention you could actually craft money, which all you need is an emerald stamped onto a piece of paper, and you get $9, which is, I believe, way more than what it was before. I'm pretty sure in normal DeceasedCraft, you're only getting $1 every time you did this, which, if you think that's pretty crazy, all I gotta do is say immersive engineering is in this mod pack, and if you set up an excavator, which I highly recommend, then you can easily set one of those guys up in a certain chunk that produces emeralds, so then you'll be able to farm like 300,000 emerald ore over the lifetime of that mining area. And 300,000 times 9 is a pretty big number, and I highly doubt we will ever use that many emeralds. But maybe in a server, it would be possible. But here, nah, there's no chance, no shot. At least that's what I think. I could always be wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be playing on this that long, or yeah, basically that long. Okay, so I think this is the area that will give us these unbreaking books. Okay, let's swap out of our football gear and put on our anarchy gear. Reason being, more loot. That's basically it. If we could increase the amount of loot that we get from here, I will be happy. Oh yeah, that's I guess the one downside. How cold it is. Let's see. We didn't grab any potions? I mean, it just increases our hunger. That's kind of sad. Never mind. I thought I was big braining this, but I guess not. So let's head on over here, run around a little bit so we can warm up. Oh no. Okay, there we go. We stopped it. Grab this and drink this. Boom. That's one. Any more? Please. I didn't realize I needed this. Oh. Downside of going into this building up high in the sky. Okay. Aeroplast. Kind of useful. Oh, I don't want to fill up my inventory just because I know it's going to get crazy at some point. See anything over here? More medkits. Medkit. Rubber. This. Temperature. That's heat. Don't care. Only cold. Cold, very bad. Heat. Okay. We can handle that. This. And, okay, sweet. Let's dump all this up here. Looks like, I guess we are not going to be utilizing the shotgun. Just to save some space. Yeah, we'll leave this here. I threw something up here that I didn't want to. What was it? Yes. Medkits. That's what it was. Toss this here. I guess your shovel. Okay. But yes, also grab this tough fabric. It's gonna be pretty useful when you use it here and there. If you're wondering what it can be used for, well, I will gladly show you guys in a moment. But first, I just want to grab as many things as possible, because this is slightly redacted. How cold it is. I mean, we are technically in a closed area. But yeah, you can find Unbreaking 2 books here, Sharpness 2 books, which is super nice. And then, what is it? The Throw enchantment, which as you can see, it does say that it increases throwing damage. So if you're somebody that loves to throw your weapons at your enemies, well, this place is a solid place for you to actually get something to boost it. But I don't know, I don't really throw my weapons. It feels a little redacted to me, at least. Okay. Damn, I did not realize it was gonna be this cold. If not, I would have bought something before I came over here. Kind of just came over here after I dropped off everything from the last episode. And I guess I'll pause it here just so that I'm not wasting your guys' time. I'll be sure to go over all the loot. Alright, so after taking, I don't even know how long I took, this is how much of the stuff we actually got. Well, I'm not gonna move that, but look at that. 16? Well, probably more. Let's see. Yeah. Looks like we got, what is that? 21 Unbreaking 2 books, 16 Sharp 2, 14 Returns. Like, that's a crazy amount of stuff. Not to mention all these rare coats that definitely help. And then I guess a couple ingots of every type, tons of fluid pipes, tons of treated wood, which kind of helps in the beginning, especially if you don't want to have to go through the process of making treated wood, which can be a little annoying to craft. Quite a few different basic armor components, and then some of the bigger holes, which is over here. Tons of create and immersive engineering items. Immersive engineering, you just get quite a few thermoelectric generators, which, I mean, if you don't want to be hitting these different garages constantly just to get some, this place usually can provide up to 3 to 7, because I'm pretty sure there's another area in this tower that is just as big as this with storage crates. But yeah, look at that. This area, tons of stuff for create. And then right above it, we actually have like a little food pantry area, which has quite a bit of food. So you can always just come over here, stock up on tons of food. One of my favorite things is if we actually come over here, look at that. Probably one of the best items in the game, which used to be somewhere else, but is now over here, and that is the golden apple crate. So we come over here, boom, immediate 9 golden apples. Like, how can you not love that? As for over here, looks like we have some more food. I guess I'll take a quick look at this, because I don't think I explored this area. I saw food and I just dipped. However, I kind of need food just because I am a wee bit slow and kind of forgot to stock up on stuff. So we'll toss this up here. Nice. I know there's tons of Duraclass that I should be taking. However, kind of not too concerned with taking it right now. But let's grab all these bowls, just because I do believe you need bowls to stock up on some of this food. So we'll grab some of these guys. Cool. And then I guess I'll grab a few colonies. Which one had all of them? I know, I'm just being a bit wasteful, just taking my time. But, okay, cool. So these colonies will be able to be cut into some mushrooms, which is always very nice. But let's come over here and honey glazed ham. How much do we get? We got 4. That's nice. Roast chicken, and then let's see, stuffed pumpkin. Cool. Then let's get some of this pie. And it looks like that's all the bowls that we were able to muster. Question mark. Oh, sweet. We got a few more. Awesome. Now that's something we like to see. Okay, cool. And just like that, now we actually have some extra food so we don't run out. And I'll put them up here just so that we don't run out of room, honestly. And let's head on to the next area. Sweet. That was super helpful. And if you really wanted to see what's available inside this, let's see if this changes up. Oh, another one of these and a free magma block. Always nice to see. Sweet. Damn. What's this? Oh, another little operational room. So some more create and some immersive engineering barrels. I mean, I'll take these. Never know how many you truly need in the game, especially if we plan to go late stage, which I'm kind of gearing for, just so that we kind of go through the full progression as if we were playing the full mod pack. This stuff would be highly valuable. Okay, vertical gearboxes. Should never leave those behind. Gearbox, cool. These guys don't really need too many of. Nope, other way around. Because I'm pretty sure I already have gearboxes somewhere. Let's see. Is it here? Nope. Here? Yep. Some of you were there, and we'll go into that. Cool. Toss you and you. Nope. No room. Cool. Kind of just don't want to overfill this. I keep my backpacks usually for things that can be stacked. Over here. We are finally in the schoolhouse. So the true school portion of all this, which is probably the biggest nightmare version or part of all this, just because of the sheer amount of resources that's truly available. And it's like, you don't want to grab everything, but you kind of have to grab everything just because of how useful everything truly is. Okay, bathrooms, I don't really care about that stuff. Okay, just wanted a little lit up so you guys can see. Yeah, reason why you want to come to these classrooms. Well, this is, I believe, the only area that I have found in the game that does provide enchantment books for armor. So, if you're trying to figure out how to get some armor, this is the place. And then, of course, tons of juice. So, like, really solid area to get some sort of drink. Besides the casino. The casino's actually really nice with drinks. I mean, it makes sense, it's a casino, but I digress. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see how many drinks and books we can actually accumulate from this area. I'll show you guys just one haul from this, and then I'll probably hit all the other floors later, just because I know hitting every single classroom is gonna make me want to split my brain open, just because I don't even know how many floors there are. However, when I come back from the little time skip, or yeah, I guess we'll count it on the way up. I think that's probably the best bet. Just count how many floors there are, and then yeah, tons of loot. That's all I can say. Tons of loot. This place is absolutely bonkers, and I love it. Such a good way to gear up. Like, honestly, if you're playing this game when it officially comes out, how I said, you hit the mega tower, get tons of diamonds, or yeah, you use your first day to raid as fast as humanly possible in the residential, so that your next 2 days is maybe setting up your base and setting up some sort of storage system. Just a very basic version, then hitting the mega tower, so that you can actually get stuff to, or the police station first, so that you can get some ammo and some guns to get ready for your horde. Then after that, I'd probably hit the mega tower instantly, so you get tons of basic components, some medical supplies, and some artifacts to help you do damage. And then you immediately, once you have like 2 to 3 diamond backpacks and a vehicle, probably maybe after your first horde about, you come hit this place, raid it completely, and then you start building your excavator system so that you have tons of bullets for the future. I don't know. All I know is that when we play this again, we are going to be going way faster, and we are going to survive this thing. Yeah. As you can see, we did get basically one of each enchantment, which is super nice. Projectile protection, fire protection, blast protection, and normal old protection. And this is the only place that, as I said before, is where I've ever found any of these enchantments so far in the current available version of the game. And that was floor 1, floor 2. Let's see, this one should be the same. Yep. Floor 3. I mean, it's a lot of them. So this is going to be 4. Okay, dude. Don't really appreciate that. This one's the same. Yep. 5. Okay, come up here. Okay, so you technically get 6 layers of classrooms, which is crazy, but that allows you to stack tons of these upgrades. And as I said, if you ever just need more, you can always just head to your other local 7, or what is it, vertical tower, which I have 2 more over here, which is pretty nutty, especially when it comes to how many enchantment books you can truly get. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to go too crazy. I mean, general news, some other years are now available. However, I don't think I'm gonna touch any of those. Yeah, I kind of only want the storyline lore. This place shouldn't have any more enchantments, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's head on up. Continue our ascent. So yeah, 6 classrooms with 5 rooms in each. That's 30 different rooms with about 6 chests in each, about 180 chests that's possible to be looted in just those classrooms. But there's more. You actually have the administration rooms, you have your research rooms, which we are now stumbling across. So let's actually rate this floor together, and then we'll do the same thing as before. But as you can see, it's usually basically the same thing where, oh no, here you can actually start running into some artifacts, which is pretty cool because I was looking for this guy. This is the lucky charm, or the 4-leaf clover, which you get lucky, so you get 1 times more loot. So we already have a point into our luck due to us going out and mining, so technically we were getting double loot. However, if you were wearing your anarchy armor with that point, you'd get triple loot. But since we are not, this is a good way to technically triple our loot. However, if you were to actually put, I guess, the higher thermal onto this, then you would actually quadruple your loot, which is super nice, which is what I'm thinking I might do in my next run, just because that would be super helpful. Not gonna lie, it will be super helpful. Just getting so many things, but yeah. So now we could get artifacts. I kind of hate how some of these chairs are placed because it makes it very awkward to access some of the drawers. But yeah, here's another trinket that actually gives you movement speed. If we come over here, you can actually put it there, and just like that, you are now 25% faster. So all that slownesses that we have gotten just doesn't exist at this point of the game, which is kind of crazy. That that's infuriating. Can't lie. I really can't lie. But yeah, as you can see, I did mine the crafting grid from over here. So if you wanted to make your full storage system, downstairs you had your controller, you had your disk drives, but then you actually had to come up here to get the actual grid, because these crafting monitors just show you what is being worked on. It does not necessarily show you or allow you to actually interact with the system itself. And then, of course, you get some more disk drives. So, yeah, if you were ever trying to get your full system, you kind of have to split it into 2 different areas. Downstairs, where we got the storage, controller, and the drives, and then up here where you can get your grid. Now you guys actually know where I looted the stuff from. And it is really nice, I can't lie. It's really nice to be able to get a full functioning system early game. Took us a while, but we did it just because I kind of wanted to give it some time. However, I'd rather just have some fun, enjoy the series as I can, not have to worry about storage, because yeah, if you loot every single place properly and you actually try getting as many things as possible, it does get overwhelming with the sheer amount of items. That's crazy. Free anvil? Don't mind if I do. Some more thermoelectric generators, which is massive. Always massive news. And let's see, how many of these things am I gonna have to reallocate? Quite a few. That is of no issue though. I'll deal with that later. Tons of immersive engineering. This is kind of like the mechanical area, kind of workshop area, which is super nice because you get tons of things from create and immersive engineering, which is always super nice. Boom. Grab these, grab that. Okay. Snag it all. Ooh, honestly, I don't think I need all this stuff, but I will take it. Then once I go and grab all this, it will be time to head on to... Oh no, I think there's a few more rooms that I technically have to loot. Boom. I should have really just keybound the damn organizations thing, just so it makes this a little easier. But... oh well. Maybe next time. And just like that, that is everything. Move it there. These guys, I believe, can fit elsewhere. Okay, let's do this. Clear up a little bit of room. Open this. Okay, one thing moved. Over here. A couple things moved. In here. Boom. Now we freed up some more room to allow for more stacking. And then... Sweet. Damn. Okay, no more spawners over here. Nice. These are technically all empty, so you don't really have to bother with those. Unbreaking. That's super nice. Oh yeah, if you wanted to switch between auto and full auto, you just press G. I don't know if I said that. I think I did, but you know what? A little reminder doesn't hurt. Boom. Don't really care. Just wanted to unlock that. I don't know how I did not see you. Okay, oh, there we go. Another one. And then, who cares about those areas? Let's take care of you, destroy this, and fix my pickaxe before we move on. 1, 2, another crystal. You. And just like that, we have finished raiding this different room, which is cool. But as you can see, it's just, if you take your time sabling everything and accumulating loot, it does take a while. I don't know, maybe you guys could just say I'm being slow because I'm being slightly picky with all the items I'm selecting, but as you can see, this is basically the same floor, so that's, let's say, 2 floors of this so far. 3 floors of this, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, this one's a little bit different. But no, it's the same, it just has different loot inside. So that's 3 floors. The other one was 6 classrooms. What the hell? Never seen that before. Of course. Okay, now this is an actually different room, which is pretty cool. We are slowly, almost, at the very top. Okay, let's disable all these, but yeah, as you can see, just so much stuff. It's super useful, but can be annoying actually taking your time and collecting everything. I mean, how I said, if you just carry tons of backpacks, I guess you wouldn't have this issue, but I'm trying to make the most out of all the room we have without... I mean, I'm not even breaking the whole thing like how I actually did, but just trying to make the most out of it just so I can show you guys all the loot that's possible without going over. Okay, cool. That's that. Anything in here? Did I check this? I don't even remember. I just know I'm opening everything. Open, check, move on. Of course. Okay, this is like the little research area, which is pretty cool. You'll find tons of netherworts, tons of blaze powder, and tons of glass bottles. As for anything else besides those, I will need to double check. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of the U, and I believe that is all spawners? Nope. I swear, man. I just why. Oh, it looks like he hurt himself. Boom. Hell yeah. Like that. Sweet. Now let's get rid of this. But yeah, back here, find a little bit more create stuff, more fluid things. I'm not sure what liquid that is inside. I think it's chocolate. Could be wrong. I have no clue. Yeah, got a nice little pool. How I said, these guys have tons of potions, so you need some cold temp immunities. This area usually has a few, but other than that, blaze powder, glass bottles, nether wart is very highly common here. So I'm just looking for these temperature potions. Since it's still winter, this will definitely come in handy. Like earlier, you guys saw I was freezing with the anarchy armor and had to continue drinking potions to be able to do anything. Now I start taking damage, and I guess that's a good amount. I don't really need to keep going through everything. That just will waste time. And yeah, cool. That's this area. For this spot, for the side. We already were in here. And last room. Cool. Oh, it's the same thing, but this is different. So, medical ward. Let's see, what do you have? Nothing. I feel robbed of my precious time. Okay, cool. Let's continue up. And is this... So this is just another area. I don't really care about this side. This one will actually have useful stuff. That's majority, not... Or... I don't even remember what I got in there, but it wasn't too crazy. More food if you are running low. Let's see. Batteries, exporter, I'll take that. Exporter. Don't really need too many of those. Art room had art stuff and some other stuff. Can't really remember. Music room had music stuff and some extra loot. Don't really care too much, but all of them do have chances of having the fire protection and armor enchantments, so very useful. Just not gonna take my time, just because we are finally at the area where I could technically wrap up the end of this episode, which was us just basically going around and doing the same thing over and over. However, it's still something. But yeah, up here we get some heavy engineering blocks, another blaze burner, some steel, which is super nice. Downside is this area is technically cold, which I don't really understand. But barrel, let's open up this door, grab some of these other barrels, and then looter. I swear, there has to be a little bug with the Forge server or whatever interacting with clients, causing this to not really properly load things 100%, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Can't really complain because it is super good despite that. So we'll toss this up here. Sweet. And let's get rid of you. Cool. And then there's gonna be a couple spawners. Let's grab you. Perfect. I love when I can do that. I know there's stuff up there. You guys are annoying. Oh, crap. Why are you guys so fast? Yeah, this stuff's cool, but let's start spreading the skulk. Okay, boom. Let's dodge you guys. Come over here. reload, and you guys, boom, got rid of him. There's another one. Okay, they are mad at that dude, which is super nice, but we are getting ourselves hurt. Switch over. Where is this dude at? Okay. Kind of necessary damage to take right there. Okay, cool. Okay, sweet. Let's drink some of this. And see if we need to disable any spawners over here. Doesn't really look like it. So let's just take care of these guys. Boom, boom. Okay, sweet. What? What? Okay, there's no more dudes here. That was weird how I took that damage. Don't like when I don't understand that. But I do know there's some more droppers over here. Boom, got him. Boom, got him. Sweet. Just like that, those guys are done. Let's destroy this guy. Sweet. And then I think we are done disabling the spawners. Yeah, really cool thing is you can find yourself some ancient debris over here, which is probably the best thing of this area. We'll see. Oh, looks like you find yourself two. I don't remember seeing one down there when I played on the server. But, you know what? I will not complain. If I could get more than one, then that's one less vertical school that I have to actually hit than I thought. All I really need to do is make a diamond pickaxe, and then we should be able to collect that, and then I will finally be able to make the bat that I truly want. If we come over here, I think last episode I did go on a little spiel, and I do want to make this laminated bat, just because it does do 13 damage, which if we put some sharpness on it, we'll put it to 17 damage, which is insane. And then, I mean, the next tier armor we are going to make is going to automatically have a 30% melee damage, so let's see, 13 plus 4, that's 17. 30% of that is, what is that, 5.1 damage? So 17 plus 5.1, we are technically at 22 damage per smackaroonie. Like, how can you not love that? That's pretty good damage. So yeah, that's 2 right there. I'm not sure if there's any on this side. Let's double check. Yeah, because there's no sculk center. Yeah, we got ourselves a nice little basketball court. And let's see, anything hidden down here? Don't think so. And let's actually hit. Ooh, kind of forgot this does hold medkits. This area. Okay. There we go. Our character looked like he was stuck crouching for a moment. Had to reset that. If we break in over here, you can find some extra stuff for refined storage, but what is really nice about this area is if you never really made any stack upgrades or backpack upgrades, here's the free bases. Get ourselves some ender pearls. Let's toss this here. And then let's open you up. Okay. Here. Okay. This one was kind of lacking, I won't lie. Let's see if this one will actually not disappoint us. Bro, are you serious? We just literally unfrosted. Or that potion barely ran out. Okay. And then over here. Come on. Don't let me down. Yeah, it looks like this side didn't even have as many upgrades. Or is it downstairs that I was needing to visit? Let's see. How are you alive? Open you. Ah, here we go. Now we get the upgrade bases and all the different upgrades that are truly available, which is a really nice starter because some of these are kind of expensive to make and or take time. Depends if you are using the hammer or if you're just using create to make little sheets. And boom boom. Let's see, you technically are the last one besides this. Let's see, filter upgrade. A couple more of these guys, and just like that. Look at that. 23 upgrade bases, which is super nice because that allows you to make basically every single type of upgrade that you'll ever need. Even though I don't really know why you'd need more than that, but some of the best things is, look at that. We get a crafting upgrade, so technically if you just want to make a backpack that can basically do everything, this is pretty cool because then you'll be able to open it. One of my favorite things is the feeding upgrade, which is probably something that I will be adding to my base backpack. Okay, let's drink this last potion. And then we will wrap up the end of the episode here. But yeah, the feeding upgrade, if you press U on it, you can make it into the advanced feeding upgrade, which I highly recommend. It does not cost too much, and technically, I do think you can craft. No, I do not have gold, so this place didn't really give us many resources when it comes to that aspect. Oh, look at that. I forgot to take that chest. Let's see, there's one more here. Yep, forgot you too. Interesting. It's another stack too. That is very nice. That's very nice. I cannot lie. Free upgrades where I don't have to spend blocks of a material. Super cool. And think about it. We got all this loot from this one building. And like, I have not even rated, what was it, 4 rooms? Like 10 rooms that I left completely blank? 10 rooms. Think of that. There's 10 rooms that I have not completely finished raiding. So imagine all the other enchantment books or upgrade parts we could actually acquire. This is just raiding the ones that we did together, and we have, what is that, 11 projectile, 8 fire, 10 blast, 12 protection ones? Like, and then I guess I got a random unbreaking, but think about that. There's at least 10 more rooms that can provide all of these, which is an absolutely crazy number. Like, you could just end up walking out of here with roughly like 24, or nah, I won't overshoot. I'd say 20 of each book, which is pretty solid. I don't really think you need that much, just because, I mean, here, quick little tip if you are playing currently, the max tier armor you can make currently in the game is tier 3. There are currently no tier 4 in the game. So if you make tier 3 armor, technically you could make max tier armor and you'll still, with like every single armor enchantment that is available, and you'd still have an insane number completely available. So yeah, I mean, completely rate this place and you will have an absurd amount of loot. Let's see. Nope, here's just hydration. Looks like we do not have any more temperature potions. So yeah, it looks like I should probably wrap this up pretty soon. So I'm gonna just come over here and we'll wrap it up. Ah, it was that guy. Finally found him. And okay, I guess I gotta smack you. But yeah, that is the vertical tower. You get tons of loot. Solid way to get things to set up your refined storage. Tons of abilities to get the thermoelectric generators. I believe we've gotten like 5 of them during this whole attempt. Yeah, 5. 5 thermoelectric generators. Tons of things for create. Tons of things for immersive engineering. You could get your full refined storage here. When it comes to enchantments, you get basically all your enchantments. You get tons of sharpness. You get tons of unbreaking. Every single type of enchantment available for your armor. Not to mention you get some bonuses over here when you get the throwing, the aqua affinity, and whatever other stuff you may have, which is insane. Not to mention the occasional artifacts that do boost your health, boost your luck, speed, swimming speed, basically everything. Like, how can you not love this? It is pretty insane. And then that building right there is the police apartment. And let's get down here so that we can stop freezing for no reason. And just like that, we are back at the base of the tower that took us so long to climb, that we have yet to completely loot. But honestly, I do think this is like a very good amount of stuff. Honestly, I got way more enchantments than I truly thought I was able to acquire. So I don't think I will be hitting this place in the near future. Or if I do, I'm probably just gonna run all the way to the very top just to get those 2 pieces of netherite so that we can make ourselves some laminated bats. Because I believe the only bat available after that guy is making this iron baseball bat, which is kind of like the craziest dumb name. Like honestly, it's such a good item. Like, why do we need to do like reduce the name from laminated to just iron baseball bat? But that it only increases the damage by 1, but it does add flame. So I guess that's like the nice trade off of it. But honestly, just having it laminated just by itself is where we truly want to be. Just like that. We climbed the vertical school. We acquired tons of loot from a lot of the floors, and we left quite a few of those floors untouched just so that we can actually get through this. But yeah, think about it. It took us an hour of just straight crazy looting to get what we have, not to mention 10 unrated rooms. I mean, it just blows my mind. That's why I keep bringing it up. And I didn't even go into this area. I skipped it. Think about that. I guess that's 11 unrated rooms, and then there's like at least 4 floors that we did not completely explore. I kind of left alone just because I kind of know it doesn't really have very incredible loot. It has more subpar stuff, but it is still loot that is pretty useful depending on who you ask. Not to mention that one storage room where I kind of took the time to just loot it by myself. And that was where we got the majority of the unbreaking, sharpness, throwing, returning, um, create, immersive engineering, tons of what is that? Like coats as well. Yeah, like a huge majority of all the stuff that isn't the enchantments and whatever that we have acquired was technically from that little storage room. So if you technically only need more of that stuff, maybe when you actually loot one tower top to bottom completely, if you need more materials, maybe hit another vertical school, go get that netherite, and hit that storage room. That's probably all you truly need, unless you really need more armor enchantments, then go ahead. But I only think you should really need all that stuff if you are running a server or playing with friends. But if that's the case, what I would just say is make it a little mini game. Have have everybody find a vertical school, and then you guys all start at the same time. See who could clear the thing the fastest from top to bottom, truly looting it. Not just, oh, look at me, I got to the top. Nah. See who can get, or you know what? Yeah, you can do that, but then make sure your resources are yours and don't share because I'm pretty sure they're going to ask, how do you have all this? How much do you have? How come you do this and I don't? And then you could say, well, seems like one of us has been lazy and the other hasn't. But yeah, that is the school. Next up on our agenda looks like will be me setting up some create stuff and maybe diving a little bit into immersive engineering just because that'll allow us to, you know what, I probably need to start finding a new base as well. This area is kind of tiny and a little too cramped, so I might actually work on my own base. The next horde I will be doing solo, so you guys won't see me, but I will definitely do the tier 3 area with you guys so I could showcase that and maybe help you guys survive a little bit of that area. But yeah, it was took us quite a while to completely loot this, and it was fun. I mean, I've already done this once before, so it's not too fun for me, but it always amazes me with the sheer amount of stuff that you can actually acquire from this area. So, with that, guys, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit that like button. And if you guys have any comments, questions, suggestions, concerns, tips, tricks, advice, and or want to see something done, let me know down in the comments. I think we are at a level where we can actually start getting into a little bit of create and immersive engineering. So, if you guys need help with certain things, just let me know and I'll get that done for you guys. And if you guys want to keep up with the series, just make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm pretty sure that bell isn't enabled as soon as you do subscribe, so you will be notified whenever I do drop the next episode. But yeah, with that guys, until next time, peace.